techniques. Matter of fact, what's popping, my LillyPops? Thank you so much for tuning back into my channel. If this is your first time here, I share inexpensive, ironically inexpensive DIYs to care for natural hair. You read that title correctly. Your girl spent over $2,000 on her hair. Do you guys wanna, you know what? No close-ups, no close-ups. I'm really trying to collect myself. So growing up, my mother had a saying, and it was, okay, that door is bothering me. I have to get that door, hold on. I'm back. It was habits at home, carry abroad. And just in case you don't know what that means, it just basically says when you do certain things within your comfort zone, eventually it just becomes habit and you don't think about it when you do it. You know, it's not a big deal to you at first until before you know it, it intensifies. You start. So, you know, it's 2020 and one of the typical things that people like to do is take an inventory of their lifestyle. I have spent $2,170 on the dot on my hair. And I'm only sharing this because I want everyone to be very intentional in the things that you do. And honestly, I don't look at myself as a person that gets my hair done all the time. Actually, I know for a fact I don't get my hair done all the time. Maybe I have a problem though, because the price tag says something else. And over the course of getting my hair done on more of a regular schedule, I have racked up a significant price tag of what I've spent on my hair. And in just going back to 2019, I've realized that I've spent all this money on my hair. Honestly, I typically keep my protective styles in for probably like 6 weeks at a time, and then I take it out. And while 6 weeks sounds a lot better as opposed to, oh, I keep my hair in for 2 weeks and then I decide I need something new, 6 weeks is still pretty frequent when you think about it. 6 weeks is a little over a month or a little shy of 2 months, whichever way you want to look at it. Literally, this is me to hairstylists, products, and all styling techniques. Matter of fact, because I'm a fool doing it. So my eyes are closed and I don't even realize all the money is just flying out of my hands. And trust me, I'm going to pick that up because I need it at this point. I have a breakdown for you all on exactly how I spent over $2,000 in 2019. I started wearing a curly weave style. That weave costed me,
you are really dumb, for real.
Cost me $100, and the installation was $50. So that's $150 by itself. Then as I was going into like February, March, I was wearing a wig that I got done professionally at a salon in New York. That wig was $200. And the installation of the wig was $125. That salon service alone, $325. Now, it doesn't stop there. When I was wearing the wig, I got maintenance done on it because that's how you help with preserving your styles. You know, salons, they'll do maintenance where they wash your hair underneath, they tighten, whether it's your sewing, your closure, wig, or whatever on your head again, and then give you a style. I got maintenance done on that unit for additional $50. So at this point, that is $375 on one style that I wore over the course of 2 months. So again, you see what I'm saying about pushing that 6 weeks time frame. After that, I decided I want curly weave again. And mind you, the curly weave was a cheaper weave. I told you guys again that it was $100. I liked getting it. It was easy to maintain. I know I wasn't keeping it long term, so I would toss it at the end. I have to repurchase hair again for $100. $50 again to get it installed. We start moving into, I wore that curly weave for a good amount of time, and then it's time for me to graduate from NYU. Congratulations, you're graduating. Oh, I'm big ballin' at this point. $100 weave who? Excuse me, $250 on hair. Long hair, I believe I had 20 inches, if not 22, $250 on the hair. Now, because I'm getting a closure with that hair, the hair salon in New York charges me, you hear it, $250 for the installation.
You better talk to her before I do, because I'm hurt her feelings.
We're moving on. So that is $500 spent on one installation. I keep that hair in for a good amount of time. It takes me through graduation. I went to Mexico in it, got all. So I did that. I come back from Mexico. I'm starting my career now. Finally, you got some money coming in because all you've been doing is spending it. I get bomb twists. Just in case you don't know what bomb twists are, they're basically like kinky twists, but another style of that. And I told myself before getting them that it was going to last me 6 to 8 weeks. Mind you, I went to a basement stylist. Just in case you don't know what that is, a basement stylist just refers to someone that does their hair in their home. And apparently that's allowed in Maryland, or maybe it's not, that's not my business. I went to a basement stylist, $200 for the bomb twists. I tipped $20. Again, still not tipping appropriately, but $220 on one installation. And what's the killer to wrap this all up? The bomb twist barely lasted me 3.5 weeks. My hair was so frizzy. The hair is protruding through. The twists are slipping out of my hair as well. It was a fiasco. And mind you, I had just started my job. I had to take it out for my sanity. It made me feel so extremely uncomfortable. I took that out. Now we're moving on to, I'm feeling like I want box braids. I find a Cameroonian hair braider in Washington, D.C., box braids, $200. I tipped $25. That is $225 on box braids. I decide that I want to keep the box braids in more than the 7 to 8 weeks that I anticipated. So you know what I did? Once they started to get a bit frizzy, I went back to the salon to say, okay, let me get the box braids maintenance. I'm going thinking they're gonna charge me a little $50, $60 like they do in Jersey, $100 to get a box braid refresh. And I tipped $20 as well. $120 spent on a box braids refresh. So again, in all, that is about $345 spent on box braids between when I paid for the initial installation and the maintenance of those braids. You guys understand where this is going. This is ridiculous. Then I get to my 2-year Big Chop anniversary at the end of August 2019. I Big Chopped in 2017. To celebrate, to heck with it, I want a length check. I find a natural hair salon in Washington, D.C. I get my hair flat ironed. Guys, I get my hair flat ironed. Flat iron cost me $110 with tip $120. I've spent $120 on a flat ironing treatment. Oh, excuse me, with my ends trimmed. We know that takes precision. Then I decide in November that I want a diva cut because I got heat damage once I went to the salon in DC. So I decide to get a diva cut. I'm not even sure that I told you guys this. The diva cut cost me $125. So diva cuts at majority of salons start at $75, but then based on the amount of detangling that your hair requires, it will cost you additional money. I gave a $25 tip. Tipping appropriately at this point, but now you see that is $150 getting a haircut. Then we go to December and I have my first corporate Christmas party at my new established career after graduating, and I decide that in order to do this elegant side look that I want clip-ins. I think that I'm trying to save money. I go on Amazon, I spend $50 on clip-ins. The clip-ins get here and it's a quas of clip-ins. A quas means it's barely anything. The clip-ins are so flashy. I don't even know what to tell you guys. The clip-ins were just trash. I ended up having to go to a local beauty supply store. I got 2 packs of clip-ins, which were human hair, spent $100 on that, and all that is $150 on clip-ins. And now we get into the miscellaneous items. I bought a new Chi flat iron this year. It cost me about $80 because I got it from Marshall's, so I was able to shave some money off there getting it at Marshall's. I got myself a wand curler to do my graduation hair when I had my weave in. That wand curler cost me about $40. I've bought a good amount of styling products this year as well. I'm going to price those at probably $100 themselves. I can't even, like, honestly, this is all added up. LillyPops, I just realized that I did not include any of the times that I got my hair flat iron, trimmed, and a deep conditioner while I was going to NYU. That is an additional $200. I am over $2,100 at this point. All of this, Black people, let's be more cognizant. And the only reason I'm saying Black people is because this is a natural hair channel. Be more cognizant of what you're spending on. You will do things so effortlessly, you won't even realize what it tallies up to at the end of the year. And I'll promise you something, I am not doing this in 2020 with my hair. I am slashing the amount of money that I spent in 2019. I'm giving myself a strict hair budget that I'm going to stick to. If I exceed my budget, let's say by June, I'm rocking my natural hair for the rest of the year. I'm not putting in a protective style. I'm not going to the hair salon. I'm just not doing it. I've got to place some parameters on how I'm spending my money, and I challenge you to do the same. My LillyPops, tell me in the comments, what is the most outrageous amount of money that you have spent on your hair, or what is your vice? What is your thing that you spend uncontrollable amounts of money on and you hate to admit it? My LillyPops, pop off.